How are we feeling today?
Feel like pussy, feel like cunt.
Feeling good as hell.
Yes, with my Lizzo,
Yes.
my Lizzo
slay.
merch.
Oh, my eye.
Good as hell. You're special. I love you. You are beautiful. You can do anything. Anyways,
You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You look like Linda Evangelista.
You're a model.
She can walk
eye.
out there in a fucking diaper and they'll be like,
Valentina.
Nah, you're
Your
smiling.
smile is
Beautiful.
we went from that to that. Okay, anyways, welcome to The Cup, the currently unnamed podcast where we put the tea in reality and we're always the first to quench your thirst. I am Brandon, taking over as the host today, also drinking water as always because hydration is important.
Is it?
It vary.
Oh.
Don't overhydrate because you can overfill your bladder and things can.
Bursted bladder.
Nah,
My bladder is overflowing.
luckily, that's never happened to me, so I make sure to hydrate properly. So yeah.
Okay.
And I'm AJ. I'm a 22-year-old college graduate who plays way too much Smash Bros. Although the past week I've been playing Pokemon Violet still. Yeah, if you haven't picked it up, don't trust the reviews. The game's actually a lot of fun. And I'm also drinking water today because hydrate or dihydrate.
Vary that.
Mm-hmm. Benvenuti, welcome. Sorry. My name is Will Justice, the Virgo Vixen of New York. Yes. Feeling very Salinas today, feeling very Puerto Rican, even though she's Mexican. Today we have I had 2 teas today, so I decided to go with sparkling lime drink instead in my cup and water.
Vary that.
Zoe.
Hi, this is Zoe. This is the first time y'all seen me, clean everything, winning everything per Dominican mommy. Y'all sabe que lo que. Here we go. Unfortunately, I missed the memo about water, but I got my little yank. Need to add more juice because that liquor was strong. But we're here to add a little spice today, so yeah.
Hello. I'm young, tight, and ready to fight. I'm Esme. I'm the second part of the Bonnet Baddies. My good sis Zoe. And I'm drinking kombucha.
And speaking of spice, today we're presenting the Snatch game.
This was something.
A Snatch game.
A Snatch game.
This is a Snatch
Well,
game.
Actually, let me
In
rephrase
technical
that.
speak, yeah. In technical speak, the
This
Snatch
was a
Summit.
Snatch game. And
Let me rephrase
a
that.
reading challenge that happened too.
Today we are spilling the tea on Canada's Drag Race Crave Original, Canada versus the World, and we are playing the Snatch Summit.
Yeah, the Snatch Summit
Unfortunately.
and some sort of questionable reading challenge. This was interesting to say the least.
This was an interesting
An episode of
I love the
television.
girls. I love the girls, but this was an episode.
The girls were left behind. I'm sorry.
They're just showing exactly.
No queen left behind.
They're showing what Canada is. I mean, we all know, how Canada Drag Race regular season goes out. So, I mean, were we expecting anything less out of that read?
Oh god, that reading challenge is painful.
Season 3, the girls were shady.
But y'all, we're skipping the opening part. We got to talk about them.
Oh yeah, no. Like we're about to get into it, but like
that's
everyone's
top priority.
jumping into everything. But let's just discuss.
Let's roll back a
everything.
little
So
bit.
we come back into the workroom. Unfortunately, Kendall Jenner has left us.
And she got the slice.
And Rita reveals that she was also going to give Kenny Jen the slice.
Which, anyone else surprised by that? Because I low-key thought she was going to pick Stephanie because she knows Kendall. And I thought she might want to play a social game. Anybody else think that?
She ain't back in the Big Brother celebrity house.
Right. Like, I don't think she was trying to play a friendship type of game because Kendall is a good competitor regardless if they would have kept her or not. But, I mean, Kendall and these silhouettes, like, good sis. Like, we need
as Vanity Milan said, Kenny J got top 4. Stephanie didn't, and she wanted to give Stephanie another chance to prove herself, and because Kendall. Okay, great. Kendall
Please.
Genital had already proved herself on her original season, and she wanted to give Stephanie a chance to prove herself.
And
So
Stephanie,
nice.
and then with Stephanie, we segue into our important point. Victoria brings up a conversation that needs to be had, and needs to be had. It's been said on Dracula before, and it needs to be said again, and we need to have this conversation. So Victoria spoke with Stephanie and pointed out on how Stephanie had a lyric which contains the word fishy and something in relation to, looking fish. How do we want to go about this conversation? Because this is definitely something for women this is definitely something for women, anyone femme who want to bring
anyone who has a uterus. It's kind of more geared to. It's a conversation that I want them to have. And most of us in this room do not, so it's harder for us to speak on this. I mean,
what I can say on the topic, and has been brought up in the past, and of course, there's the huge Twitter discourse that's going on around this, and of course, fish being used as a way to look femme for males to say, and it's of course very problematic because one. Cis males are not female for one part, and two, to way to look fish is not something that is, again, like, even when I first heard it back in way back when, I knew it was not a good term in my, when I first heard it. I was just like, of course, yes, I have said serving fish, and I'm just like, wait a minute, that there has to be some, it's just very off-putting, and of course it needs to be said because apparently some white male gays think that
it's not just white. I will say it's white, it's cis male gays particularly, but it's not just white gays. I've seen a lot of gay people in Twitter talking about this, saying that Victoria overstepped. Victoria doesn't understand. And calling Victoria a turf, calling Victoria white supremacist because she does it's gone to that point. It's gone to a point of
who the fuck is calling Victoria Scone a white supremacist?
Nasty queer people, nasty misogynist.
Because she was apparently attacking Stephanie when Stephanie would tears of white cis women trying to put themselves as a victim. So it's victimhood blaming. A lot of that conversation was happening with misogynistic men who don't believe that this is an issue when it is. And the fact that Victoria bring this up in a very calm and collected and approachable and really great way to Stephanie, and Stephanie taking it fine.
No. Yeah, how I saw it, Stephanie was actually listening. Yes, she did explain herself first, and of course, Victoria did take the time to explain that, and of course, although of course we don't get most of the stuff happening on TV because again most of it's edited, but I do think that Stephanie did take that criticism really well. I'm just hating the fact that the discourse has taken that far.
But it always goes this far with Drag Race fans. And I hate to be that person, but there are a lot of people that come into the fandom so excited to be here, cis, trans, any gender here. They'll come in, they'll get involved, and then they realize how toxic this fandom can truly be sometimes. People just do not understand the things that they are talking about, and they also just don't care to be hateful. Victoria Scone, from what we have seen of her both times she's been on the show, post and after the show, post UK, and after the filming of the season on Twitter, she seems like a very intelligent person, a very smart and a very kind person. And if you watch this episode and you thought this was in any way malicious, you need to get your eyes and ears checked, because that was not what this was. This was Victoria coming from a place of love and coming from a place of wanting to make sure that she didn't, one, mishear Stephanie, but two, that she educated as to why that term is hurtful and why that term is harmful. And I mean, Victoria is also the only cis woman, not only from UK, but in the history of Drag Race as a franchise. She's the only one that's ever been on the show. And I think Landon Sider posted this on Twitter. Like, that has to be an extremely large weight for her to carry, because she's the only person that can talk about these issues, because she's the only person that has to deal with them on the show. We need to, like, and as someone who did not understand how problematic that term was before this episode, and I mean, I wouldn't say I used it, but, you know, it's just something I had heard in passing before. It's important that, one, we are educated on the topic, but two, that we are able to hear the criticism and why the topic is so harmful, and not just that it is harmful. Victoria explained herself very well, and the people that are on Twitter and on Instagram and whatever that are trashing Victoria's Scone, y'all need help. Seriously.
Yes, exactly.
There was definitely some sick fucks on Twitter being like, "Oh my god, Victoria's playing this up for the camera. Like, why are you bringing this up on camera? Why are you making this a big deal? You're bitter."
This is why cis women shouldn't be on Drag Race. This is why cis women aren't drag. Like, it's like going too far. Like, it's going to the point of like, this is the issue of like having only one cis woman on the show. It puts everything on her back to have this conversation. We need more. It shouldn't just be up to Victoria.
Yes, exactly. And mind you, like, Victoria is also queer, so Victoria knows like all the stuff that's been going on with this, and like she's aware of everything, and of course it sucks that like she has to carry all that weight, and of course I'm like clinging for Victoria, because this is something that needed to be said. It needed to be said, and I just wish people were not so up and antsy about this whole thing, because it, like, please educate yourselves. It is a topic of discussion that needed to be said, and I'm glad that it was brought upon in this one.
And I will mention, like, this isn't like I have a friend who is a cis woman who is queer and goes to gay clubs and has literally been called fish by gay men and yelled at and like attacked by gay men in a club. Well, she is a queer woman because she's a queer woman in a queer space and getting called that. So my first thought when this was getting brought up was I was thinking about her and the conversations that we've had about this word. And so it was very interesting to like be like, I'm glad this is getting talked about, because I have a friend who's been affected by that. And who literally have been called that in clubs as a way to be derogatory.
This to the nasty people. This is also reminding me of like another incident where people are getting mad because they can't say a certain word. It feels very much like when to these sick misogynistic people, these sick misogynistic queer men who are being like, "Oh, we can't say fish anymore." What about snacks? It feels very like when Diego Sands was trying to reclaim the T slur, like back in 2020, being like, "Why can't I say the T slur anymore? Because you shouldn't be saying it in the first place."
That happened. Didn't know about that one.
And his apology, he said the slur too. But yeah, I think this is a very important conversation that Victoria brought up, and I knew that that gays, like cis gays, would not be taking well to it, because how dare you not be able to refer to a woman as vagina as a fish?
Yeah. Well, on another note, okay, so. Okay, yeah, this was something that I wish, like, something I wish was taken much more on a positive note coming after, but because, of course, that discourse had to happen. But as we continue in the episode now, Brooklyn Heights come in and it reveals that the mini challenge is the reading challenge. But
I'm irritated, okay? Not only am I irritated about the poor quality of this reading challenge, which we'll get to, but why did they not do it in the first episode? That's like tradition.
Well, here's the thing.
They didn't do it in UK.
Well,
But
yeah,
they
but
didn't do
that's
it. They didn't
UK.
do it in UK. They did it very late. I know
Well,
it's like it's
I think
considered
because
all
Versus the
stars.
World,
However,
Versus the World does their Snatch Game differently because they like
no,
are.
we're talking about the reading challenge.
Well, no, I meant the reading challenge at the
Yeah.
Snatch Game.
So like, mind you, this like again, these most of these queens probably have not known each other for that long, and they decided to do it early, which was a choice. And
They barely know each other.
Mhm.
I think that's why they also don't do it first, like on Drag Race US, like or All Stars, like just All Stars, like US
And that-
All Stars. They'll do not Snatch. They'll do the reading challenge right off the bat because these queens usually have more are more likely to have been able to work with each other, know each other, because some of them might be from the same season. Where, like Anita might not have even ever really. This might be the first time Anita's been in the same room or been really working with like Raja or Silky or any of these other like.
Anita don't know these girls. She's from
Well,
down under.
Yeah, I will say too is like I agree with Brandon. Like the reading challenge was a choice to do it early, but I feel like because a lot of us expect that all of the contestants have watched the other seasons and have watched each other, so they know how to read each other, they know how to do this. But I just felt like like it was a little early, and that's why I said earlier, like when we were talking earlier, like that they did the snatch game a little early, even though like this is normally when they do it. I felt like they did a little too soon in this one, that they could have held off to like maybe episode 3 or 4, just because like to give everyone enough time to really kind of be able to like know each other, see each other, and then a lot of them don't even spend time with each other, so to be able to like read their outfits and stuff like that. You only have the first episode, which was like the first like walk to go off of, besides the challenge, and like that wasn't enough time to actually give a read because I just I'm trying to catch up while we're on this while we're on the podcast, but I just saw the read and I'm like, there's a couple of them that should have done better than what they did, and I'm just like, y'all did not eat with this read at all. Y'all did not eat.
These queens were left behind, I fear.
But before you continue, well, I didn't, but I feel like on top of that too, you get your energy. You have to feel that energy. You feed off of energy off the host, and Brooklyn is not even funny herself.
Oh.
So like or themselves. I don't know.
Well, mind you, this Brooklyn is a reading challenge winner.
But she isn't that funny though. Like
exactly, like hosting energy does not give off of like how she won her reading challenge. That's
exactly.
I still think it's funny.
It would have been if it was RuPaul and like he was like in the reading challenge and it was like his energy, because you could tell with his energy it's a little different. It's just like Brooklyn like. But that's even in the regular season with just Canada period with RuPaul. Like Brooklyn, just her energy is just not giving when it comes to the reading challenge or the snatch game at all. But
it's weird considering Brooke won the reading, lopped the ever living shit out of snatch game.
Ooh.
I forgot that Brooke won that reading challenge. Okay. In my brain, for some reason, Silky won that reading challenge.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, what reads did we remember from this?
This particular
none.
The one where Silky and Akira were about to throw hands. That one.
No, I meant on this season. For this episode, I don't remember any of theirs, and I watched this episode today.
I watched this episode literally last night. I cannot tell you a single freaking read.
I feel like the only read that could have been just worthy is like, Anita, welcome to a season where everybody. I would probably repurpose Lakeisha's read to Jasmine, and like, Anita, finally you're on a season where somebody gives a fuck about it.
Oh,
I mean, it's just kind of at the point now where we just have to deal with the fact that this was probably the worst reading challenge we've ever had.
One of the worst. Up
there with like season 2, and even season 2 like had Jujubee.
Well, mind this. Apparently, within like international franchises, apparently this was just as bad as Philippines.
Oh, Jesus. But I will say this too, like, let me tell you something. every time I watch Drag Race, every time I get excited for the reading challenge. I get excited for the snatching because I'm like, okay, read the fuck out of these hoes. Like fuck these hoes. Like I'm sorry to cuss, but you know what? Show them why they should be scared, why they should be nervous. Like you're gonna eat. Like read them. Like check them. Like let them know. Like let them know. And I just feel like a lot of them was playing a little good. Be like, you know, I don't want to read them too hard. I don't want to this. Like it was just not giving what it was supposed to give. Like it just wasn't giving, and that was such a disappointment in itself. That you know, a lot of us who like watch Drag Race know how important the reading challenges are and the snatch game is, and like y'all didn't, like that's the most one of the most watched games out of any of the Drag Race, and you guys did not eat how y'all was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't know like who did the choices for like which, but like again, the fact that the reading challenge and snatch game was the same episode, I was like that is a huge like hurdle to overcome, because the reading challenge itself is already nerve-wracking enough, and snatch game is already nerve-wracking enough, but having both at the same time, it just got that intimidation there. So
For
I guess
me,
we didn't. Yeah.
for me, I thought challenge
Well, I
that
mean-
for me.
Who am I hearing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that the challenge, like that was the introduction to the snatch game. Like that's what let me know that the snatch game was coming up. Like I always thought it was always in the same like episode. Like
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Wait, who am I hearing?
Sorry.
Yeah, because I hear
I
an
have
echo
a message
going on.
up. It's probably me.
Okay. All right. Are we good? Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. So, anyways, since we didn't remember some of the reads, but the winner was Anita Wigl'it.
Who is literally termed the best of the worst. By the show. This is not from us. That literally in the show, Brooklyn Heights calls her the best of the worst.
Yeah.
Not the Miss Congeniality winning the reading challenge.
It's happened before. Ben
It's
won
happened
the reading
before.
challenge in All Stars 3.
Oh, true.
Didn't
Oh, yeah,
Valentina
so
end
after
up
the
winning
reading
her
challenge-
session? I mean, not session.
Yeah. So after the
reading
reading
challenge
challenge. Oop. Okay. Yeah. So after the reading challenge, Brooklyn reveals that is the first ever Snatch Summit. Now, okay, this was a good idea, and I'll be honest. I'll be honest about this. This was a good idea. Instead of like, since UK versus the World did Snatch Game Family Feud, which made sense, and the fact that they were able to do Snatch Summit as like world leaders, and it kind of like leeways into like what's going to happen later on in the episode, and we'll talk about that later because we have a lot
I'll
to
be
talk about.
honest. I like it on paper. I did not like it the way it was executed. Because for me, it kind of read like a combination of Snatch Game and like the Choices Challenge, like the presidential debate they've had on like 4 and 12 before. And I liked both of those challenges. I just don't think they combine very well together. And I think part of the problem for me was that a lot of these characters just didn't really read well to me. And maybe that was just because I honestly was really underwhelmed by most of the performances in the challenge. So that might have been like why I don't know if the format worked really well. But I would be fine if they give it another shot in the future. I just don't really think it read super well.
It didn't work this time around, I'll say.
Yeah.
I want to see it in the future as well. So
Like I know, like because I've been hating on Canada for a minute. Like I've been, like I really that's not my favorite franchise. That's my least favorite. But it's just like we see so much better Snatch Games, and I know we're about to get into it. Like I'm just not clocking now. Like it's just passing by now. But it's like y'all know how. Like I just feel like y'all know how how RuPaul is. Like he feeds off of them. He gives them like like playful banter. Like it's comedy from both sides, not even from just RuPaul, but from the judge panel as well too. And I feel like that judge panel and the host, like they're all in contribute.
They really didn't give the energy back that they need to. It was kind of
Mhm.
You were
I mean-
serving stuff to a brick. You were serving stuff, and it just never. They weren't volleying it back like at all.
It kind of reminded me of like season 14 Snatch Game, and I don't mean that in like quality, in that occasionally somebody would get a laugh. We'll talk about who did really well in a minute, but for the most part, the panelists or whatever they were calling themselves, like the people, the moderators, they weren't giving anything at all other than they would read the question. And a couple of times some of the other queens would break, but even then it was never to the degree of like whenever RuPaul volleys back and forth, like specifically for some reason, it was the like the All Stars 2 back and forth between Alyssa Edwards and RuPaul with the no wire hangers is coming to mind. Like even then, if RuPaul would not have been there, I don't think that joke would have worked. But because RuPaul was there, like no wire hangers back at Alyssa as Alyssa was saying it, it made the joke funnier. And here it was either you need to have the funniest line you can possibly throw out, which a couple people did really well at that, or it's just not going to land. And a lot of these jokes just did not land.
I don't like. Go ahead, Zoe.
I was gonna say, but that is exactly why I say it's so important who you have as your host and who you have as your judge panel as judge, because you energy feeding off of someone, especially when you be comedic and you're trying to be funny. I need to be able to feed off of your energy and be able to like bounce back and forth with you. I can joke, and even with the other contestants, because it's not just the host, but you also have to play. It's not just and I just feel like there was a disconnect in that like. A lot of jokes that could have been funny, and there's a lot of characters in there that could have been funny, but just wasn't able to get there because a lot of people were just disconnected.
I'd said this in 14. Like there needs to be a dynamic when it comes to this type of challenge, because when you're able to feed off each other, it'll work. And it's like it didn't really happen here. And last time I talked about this, I had some vodka because I'm not having it. This one I was able to get some of that. So like I didn't like yes I did have some vodka for this, but not to that extent. But let's get into the Snatch Game performances. Because
one thing
I don't remember which people wanted to do what. So let's just get into this. I think Logan did add this in here. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so we have Silky, Nutmeg, Ganache as Lizzo.
The look was down.
Now
it's
here's the thing.
Kind of the same issue I have with Silky's winning performance in season 11, right? Because Silky won Snatch Game in season 11 as T.S. Madison. And I don't remember who said it, but at the time someone said, "Oh, it's literally Silky looking like T.S. Madison but playing Silky." It was kind of the same thing here, where Silky looks.
And Rita said the same thing.
Yeah, they said it in the show. Like aesthetically, Silky looks very much like Lizzo. Like you could tell immediately who Silky is, but it was literally just Silky playing Silky.
And none of the jokes were landing.
Yeah.
One thing I was gonna say before my internet started going crazy, it was that I don't think Brooke should be fit to host Snatch Game. It's mainly because how the fuck do you flop Snatch Game yet you're given the platform to host it? I think Tracy should be hosting Snatch Game because she knows how it works with celebrities. She's literally on E-Talk. She's literally worked with celebrities. She's doing the celebrity news and stuff. This is her playing field. She needs to be hosting this. And she will definitely be great at asking the questions. She got that nice Miss Mojo voice and whatnot. So she definitely should be helping. She definitely should be helping these people out.
Thank you.
I don't know why Brooklyn is hosting this, knowing how we saw her Celine.
Thank you.
That Snatch Game is bad.
Brooklyn is not funny at all. Not funny. Like I don't understand. Like Brooklyn is just not funny. And for you to host game, like anytime regular seasons Canada happens and they're hosting the Snatch Game, I skip over the episode because I'm like I know it's funny. Like y'all are just not gonna eat, unfortunately. And it's not because of the contestants too much, but it's because of your host because they're not funny. Like
Brooke's
she's
a great host in other aspects, just
right,
not Snatch Game.
exactly.
Mhm.
But what
Yes.
I with Silky, she's not giving Lizzo because I definitely we know what Lizzo looked like, but she was giving a little bit of Tina Turner. That's what she's giving. Like if I looked at her for a quick glance, I'd be like, oh, that's Tina. That's okay. That's Tina right there, but not Lizzo. But I feel like because of her size, that's like, and that's where we need to be very specific because like not no discredit to her size or anything like that, but that's why she like that's I feel like that's what we're all meaning like because of her size like she could pass off as Lizzo but she's playing Silky because like she doesn't like you look at her she doesn't give off like Lizzo because Lizzo hair doesn't even like Lizzo hair is never even like that like that's why I say
Well, mind you,
Well,
Well, they're
ahead.
going off of particular look where Lizzo's hair did look like that.
no,
yes,
what,
like I have seen Lizzo in the Afro before, so I can.
she was an Afro.
Yeah, she.
Oh,
she
shut the fuck up, damn. Let me watch my mouth, damn.
no, you're
This is,
fine. You're fine. You're fine. Anyone else that got to say anything?
This is definitely giving. I definitely saw Lizzo in this a bit. Bits and pieces. I saw she was doing bits and pieces of Lizzo, bits and pieces of herself. The outfit was giving Lizzo. It was giving season 14 Lizzo. Ah, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
because
was
like
giving-
Lizzo wore the Afro in season 14, so
when
The outfit is
the
reminding
very
me of
first
season-
episode.
When she
Wait.
was a guest judge.
and when she was a guest. Oh, okay. I didn't see the Afro. That's why I was like, for me, when I look at it, because we all know Tina Turner for her iconic,
Tiana
hair.
Taylor.
No, that's fair.
Tiana Turner.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana.
T.S. Madison. Wait, hold on. I think I have.
It's crazy considering. It's crazy considering we're in the presence of two Snatch Game winners. We had Silky who won Snatch Game as T.S. Madison season 11. And then we had Anita Wigl'it who won her Snatch Game on Down Under season 1 as Queen Lizzie II. Rest in peace, girl.
Yeah, because like I thought Silky was gonna eat. I thought there was a lot of people that were gonna do very well, but like I said, you know what? And I'm just gonna keep quiet there for the rest of this Snatch Game because for me, I just really feel like I can't give the contestants too much because of the host and the guest panel.
Yes.
And the not
one. Yeah, one thing I will say about this performance, though, when she took out the flute, I died.
And everyone started
Yeah.
twerking.
That was so funny. I'll give her that.
And everyone twerking too. I was just like,
She
what
knew how
the
to command
hell?
a room. She knew how to command a room.
Oh, yeah. So if we're going with scores here, I give this a 60.
35.
I would give it I'm gonna agree with Brendan, give it a 60. It was a great look. Just Silky, I'm kind of a bit disappointed.
Well, can I explain where I'm coming from though? Because this, to me, average to me is a 50. This is a below average Snatch Game performance.
Yeah, no,
So-
that's fair. That's fair.
That's why I give it a 35.
I'm giving it a 50.
Okay. Zoe, do you have a score? I'm not sure Zoe's still here.
I would give Silky. I'm gonna give Silky a 6 because I haven't finished it yet, but I'll give her a 6. No, I'll give her a 7. I'll give her a 7.
Not a 7 out of 100.
7 out of 100.
Oh, out of 100? Oh,
Mhm.
Maybe like a 67, maybe like a 70%, maybe like 67.
Okay. All right.
Like, just to see because she could have done better, but again, but she could have done a little bit better. But I feel like she did okay. Like she had a couple hitters in there, but it wasn't giving A+. Like if it was A+, I would have been, you would have jokes back to back, funny. Like I would have been.
Oh
crying.
yeah.
I feel bad that this is filmed before. I felt bad that this is filmed before the Emmys because had it been after this film, had Snatch Summit been filmed after the Emmys, y'all could have, had the Lizzo joke being like, "Hey, Rue, remember when I took an Emmy?"
Oh.
But Rue isn't here.
Yes, because she had the same. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, but Ruse wasn't in this. Anyways, all right. Next up, Icesis Couture as Donatella Versace.
This is a
She ate
first
the
thing
house
first.
down boots rule.
First things first. This is a step up from her so-called veneno, and this is a step up from Miss Fame as Donatella.
Mhm.
Donatella.
Like
I
this,
just want to
this
point
was
out we've had Donatella on Snatch Game before. The one that is coming to mind specifically is Miss Fame on season 7, where the infamous Donatella Versace house down boots rule came from. But she ate and left no crumbs.
like it's the way that Icesis was just like, what the fuck, but in the best way possible. Like we all how some people like don't care with the Snatch Game when it comes to this, but like it gives us don't care but like actually caring.
It
Like
was so good. She was just roasting everybody. It was delightful.
Wait,
mhm.
was she supposed to be like you? I know it says Barbara Versace, but is it supposed to be a play off of Barbara Streisand?
It says Donatella.
No Donatella.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I was trying to give like her own version of like Barbara Streisand. Like, I'm not pronouncing her last name right. I know that. I'm so sorry, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But I thought she was trying to play like the drag version of Barbara Streisand. So like, I just want to ask that question. I didn't have an opinion.
No, you're fine. It's just funny to me because like I do remember some of the quotes, but like I just remember how she would just be what is going on, but at the same time know what's going on. Like
I feel like my only issue with this is that the face isn't giving Donatella. Like she could have painted on some fake wrinkles or something, contoured on some wrinkles or whatever, because we know how Donatella is in the face. This feels more like, for me, the voice was giving Donatella. It's a step up from her veneno. But I felt like this felt like Icesis. This felt like Icesis in the reunion because that's the same exact wig from her reunion.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, hold
With a
on.
titty
No,
play.
we're not gonna roast this girl for reusing a wig. Okay.
No, I'm not roasting. I'm not roasting.
Jenny
roasting
Jen
either.
reused her freaking bodysuit piece last week. Stephanie Prince reused her wig last week.
I'm not coming for the wig.
I wasn't coming
I'm
for it.
not coming for the wig. I'm not coming for the wig.
No, her wig ate. Her wig ate.
Her wig ate. She ate with this.
Her wig ate.
This bust down. Come on now.
Her wig ate. I will say is out of everyone in there,
She wasn't shit.
she wasn't it, but her wig, her lace front. We're not gonna give too much of my good sense because the titties was sitting and the lace front was lacing. Like it was doing what the fuck it needed to do. She ate.
She looked cunt. She looked coon.
She did. She looked good. She looked good. And I'm not gonna lie to you. This picture right here is giving. It's giving Hollywood. It's giving what Hollywood looks like right now.
This is Donatella.
This is like she looks good. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. She looks good. Like she looks good. Like she looks good. The hair. Let me know where you got that off of Amazon so I can cop. But she ate. So we're not gonna give too much on Donatella because
No, yeah, but this was great. Performance wise for me, this was full.
This is the only one I'm probably gonna give on the Snatch Game. It was overflowing. It was great.
It was well balanced. It definitely was given well balanced when it comes to, because a lot of times we forget too, it's not just about the jokes, but it's about their attire, it's about what they put on, it's about the makeup, it's about the look. Like you have to pass off the look as well too. That's the whole point of Snatch Game. And I think she was well versed because like you had the balance of her look good and match what Donatella is. Her jokes were here and there, but she wasn't the worst. Like, she wasn't the worst out of the group. Like, you know what I mean? She still did what she needed to do. So I feel like she was definitely in the middle, maybe at the top, but she was definitely the most balanced, I would see, from what I've seen so far on, like, everybody dressed up and everybody dressed as their celebrity. She was very much well balanced. Like, looked good. Jokes were here and there, but, you know, I would give her 80%.
Okay. Go ahead, Esme.
Shut up, Will.
Listen
here, Will. I'm gonna give her a 90. And to Will, the L stands for loser.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, my cup is full.
I want, before y'all continue, I appreciate y'all letting me in the group. I'm sorry, making a little quick exit. I have Thanksgiving to enter, but Will hold it down for the Latinas. You already know. Esme, my sister, love you. AJ,
Already knew.
you're always my fave, AJ.
I
And
love
then
you, Zoe.
Brandon, Water Queens, Water Queens,
Yes.
Water Queens.
So good meeting you, Zoe. Like you have a good day.
I will, and I'll be back. Episode. I just have to leave early because I had some things going on a little bit later. But I'll be back, and I'll be back for the most. AJ.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Zoe.
Bye,
Bye.
Zoe. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Victoria Scone as Kim Woodburn. Kim Woodburn. Ooh, I hear myself again.
Finally.
Mhm. Yes.
Finally. I've
Ooh, not the
been
cutting
Will
out.
your Wi-Fi? Will your Wi-Fi?
waiting. I sit. I'm going through it.
I think we're back. I think we're back. Are we good?
Okay, we're good. I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi. I've waited since the Vivian teased it on UK1 that she had Kim Woodburn as an option. I'm glad that we had at least 2 Kim Woodburn impersonations in the span of a year, because Pixie Play did a parody of Kim Woodburn for the Squirrel Games, which was amazing. Victoria, on the other hand, I was just a bit disappointed.
I am back. I am sorry. My dog need to go out.
I was a bit disappointed in this Kim Woodburn because I was excited. I was excited for Kim Woodburn.
Am I the only
look was
person who
right.
had no idea who Kim Woodburn is? Like, I don't know who Kim Woodburn is. I know who she is now, but before this, I was like, okay.
Yeah, original Big Brother.
I know a little bit about her because I've heard her name. But I don't really know like much about her at all, and I feel like there's performances where I don't know people, and they're still funny. This was not one where it's like, this was not funny for me. She was there.
This was not funny because Kim Woodburn, when she was on Celebrity Big Brother, she was reading the shit out of people. She was dragging people left and right. She dragged Heidi Montag, and her mans or whatever.
Richard Pratt.
Him.
Ooh. Oh well. Oh God. Are we back?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, honey, this is going to be interesting.
Okay, we're
What's
good.
going
on? Other than that, when it comes to Miss Scone, I was disappointed because Kim Woodburn were bitches left to right, call them chicken liver shits. I barely got any of that.
Mm-hmm. No, because like I was very excited too, because like we know how like Kim Woodburn can be like when she goes there. Victoria unfortunately didn't go there, and I was like looking forward to it when of course Victoria mentioned it, and I was like, there were some funny parts, but not enough for me to say that this was like okay for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her best thing was when she had the poll at the start.
Yeah. Now the only thing is, like, of course, like I wish when it comes to this type of Snatch game specifically, like they could have done more over the top things. Like again, like even though it like again, Icesis as Donatella was, I wouldn't say that was over the top, but it was still like very good, in my opinion.
It was something.
Mm-hmm. Now, like Kim Woodburn would have been much more over the top. I could have gotten much more like, where was the, like, of course, where the whole read your bitch out thing. Like I would have been more. I'm sorry, like I'm just like speechless when I'm just like thinking that like I'm on Will's. I cannot speak today. I'm on the same page with Will saying that I was looking forward to this, but I'm just
because You could have called somebody a slag. You could have called somebody a slag or something.
Mm-hmm.
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 But hey, it happened. It was I'll give this a 40.
45, because it wasn't terrible, but I also don't know who Kim Woodburn is, so I don't feel like I can adequately rate this. So 45, 50, I don't know, somewhere in there.
Well, your turn.
Okay. I plead the
We're here.
because I was so excited for this, and I'm disappointed. I'm pleading up more FF.
Boo! It was not that bad.
Well, that's valid. Okay, Esme.
I'm thinking, babes. I'm thinking. Let me give her. If I could give you a 0, I could, but I can't. So I'm giving you a 50.
Oh, okay. All right, next up. Raja O'Hara as Big Motherfucking Freedia.
You already know.
You already know.
I enjoyed it.
Release the anger. Release your wiggle.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you already know? You already know.
know.
Yo, I am surprised Big Freedia hasn't been done yet of
Mhm.
any of the franchises.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it took this long and then Raja delivered, fucking yes.
Yes. We already know that she ate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It was great. And also, I just really appreciate the fact that Raja was just like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to nail it. And that was it. Because they talked about it a little bit before when they were talking about like who everyone was going to do in the workroom. And they're like, yeah, Raja did really well in the All-Star Snatch game. I'm like, yeah, she did. And she should have won. But, you know, happy she crushed this.
Mm-hmm. What was her other option? Do we know?
I think she just said Big I don't remember what she said her other option was.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy she didn't go with it. I'm happy she went with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was fun. It was great.
Anything else we got to say about this? Because
Mother icon excellence. Yes.
Mother.
Mm-hmm.
We already know. My cup is full.
Yes. Oh, we're going backwards now. Okay.
You already know. Cup is also full.
Full.
Full. All right, perfect.
We already know.
That's gonna be our new thing now. We already know. I can't do that. I cannot do it.
We already know.
It's time to move on to the next person.
All right, next up. Oh,
Anita Wigl'it as Gigi Caldwell from Scream Queens.
So this kind of reminds me of Jaden Dior Fierce on Snatch Game in season 7. In that she had a joke and she made that literally her only joke the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But the only difference was at least Jaden's joke was funny the first time.
It was
Yes.
funny.
yes.
I'm a lesbian.
Lesbian now.
I'm a lesbian.
That is still one of my
Also-
favorite moments of that Snatch game.
We also just comment on the fact that Jaden Dior Fierce was in the bottom 2 on that episode, and it should have been Miss Fame instead.
She was shit.
Justice
Yeah.
for Jaden Dior Fierce. I know you didn't even go home there, but you shouldn't have been
I
in the
need
bottom
her-
to begin with.
I need her on All Stars.
Justice for Max,
Honestly-
because Max would have beaten Miss Fame in that lip sync.
Mhm.
But
they didn't want that. Anyways,
mhm.
like I
Um,
wouldn't even call this Adele because what is this mug?
This is
Who
not
is that?
Adele. This is not
This
Adele.
is literally a contestant on season 2 of The Bachelor.
This is
what
not
I'm
Adele.
Who?
The
This-
Bachelor, please.
This is not Adele.
What-
This is not Jamaican Queen Adele.
What receptionist from Idaho is this? Like, why did she sneak onto the fucking Snatch Game?
Idaho.
This is Karen from Finance's cousin, Florence from Reception.
Check you to the
Mhm.
game. I'm Karen from Finance.
Shut up.
Hello, gorgeous. Wow, don't you look sick? Go out.
Hello, world. I'm Big Fun too.
When
Yeah,
you,
this
okay,
is
when
real
you
bad.
said Chanel, when you said wait, was it Chanel number 3?
I said Gigi Caldwell.
Oh, Gigi Caldwell.
Not Chanel number 3. No, I would never
The
disrespect
pink is
Chanel number
giving me a
3.
Chanel though. That is very fair.
I was gonna say because like that's why I thought Chanel number 3 for this.
And the thing is, she doesn't even look like Adele. And
Girl, Chanel number 5 even, because Chanel number 5 was unhinged.
She does give me like Emma. Which Emma is that? Emma Roberts.
Yes.
Yeah,
Emma
she
was
is.
unhinged Chanel.
I know she made Chanel, but she is giving me like low-key Emma Roberts like vibes here, like
She
outfit
kinda
wise.
looks like Burdine from Bratz.
Oh,
Oh my god. This is not Adele. And we've had Adele before.
Yeah, Ginger Minge won with Adele.
Ginger Minge won with Adele.
And now, to be fair, this was also Adele before she lost the weight. So
I understand
Ginger played up
Anita's-
that, but
I understand Anita trying to go for 30 era Adele, but this wasn't even giving Adele. You could have brought up the beef you had with Peppa Pig. You could have done so much.
You could have like gone. What is that? Ugh.
no, because okay,
You could
I
have
was
tried to
gonna say-
rap.
No, I was gonna say because I when I watched this episode, I was
There's so many clips in that like live stream she did that like she could have done.
yeah,
you
I was
know.
gonna bring that up, but, like
What we can do if when
the Instagram live stream, divorce, babe, divorce.
That's all she did was divorce, babe, divorce. But is she divorced?
And then of course that face that she did, it was just like. And then another one was yeah, of course the rapping. Like I would have loved like Adele rapping. That would have been hilarious.
Mhm.
Because we know she could do the monster.
So what if I'm the monster?
regardless,
Okay,
this is a really bad performance, and it makes me sad because Anita has also won Snatch Game before.
She won as Queen Elizabeth II. We've had 2 people do Queen Lizzies, both of the Queen Lizzies, and won. This is a downgrade.
A much downgrade. I plead the Pomora 5th for this.
I don't plead the Pomora 5th. I rank it. It's a 0.
My cup is empty.
My cup is empty because there's not a bottom to it right now, so that's -10.
Let's go -10.
Come on, -10. No, yeah,
We love.
okay, I just refused to.
I love
record
being a
this because, like
trendsetter.
I know it was that bad. And I was just like, okay, yeah, no.
Oh, did you do a demo?
I believe I'm the first person who's ever made a negative score. I did it on the Dragula premiere.
Well, I have
Oh,
not
for
watched
the
that.
Bora, yeah, for the Bora.
Yeah.
To me, I was the first.
I mean, I love the Amara.
I'm colonizing the negatives because I did not see you do that, so it's mine now.
Didn't
Esme,
didn't
look
you
at us
plead-
being trendsetters.
Didn't you play the Paloma 5th
AJ
one
and Esme,
time?
queen of the negatives. Love.
Yeah. AJ, who? I did it first. AJ's the
All right, next.
Next
You want me to
caller.
steal your catchphrase, Esme? I can do that.
Rita Baga
No,
as Rita
you can't-
Baga.
Don't steal from black women. Don't steal from trans black
Okay.
women.
Let me start with this.
Rita Baga as Amber Riley as Rita Baga.
Yeah, I
Why are we dragging Amber Riley into this?
do
That's
not drag Amber Riley into this. No.
Let me not
No.
drag her into this. I know she's about to win Masked Singer, so let me not do her dirty.
Mother
That part.
icon.
Anyways.
Right.
Let me start with this because what the fuck was this?
This was Rita Baga as Tika Hessenheffer as Jennifer.
This was Rita Baga as Rita Baga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm like, TK.
Then I'm gonna let Brandon speak, and then I'm gonna have more to add.
Yeah.
What
I
the
just love
fuck
how
is
we like
sorry,
have our
Brandon,
like.
that hit.
Here's the thing,
That
like
hit
I
different.
love our side banters, but sometimes like they can get overboard.
True.
Like here's the thing. Guilda, like we it's like hit or miss for me when it comes to this, and I have no idea what was going on. Like, cause like I didn't know what Guilda's like mannerisms are, and it just didn't give for me.
This felt like when Lady Boom Boom did whoever that pink one was. It felt very
Okay.
that. I don't remember that queen's name, who she did, but it felt very that. Other than that, here's one thing I didn't like. I don't like how Rita was saying I see Silky as Lizzo and we. I just see Silky as Lizzo, but all I'm hearing is Silky. Meanwhile, you're Rita Baga as Rita Baga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I didn't understand this.
Make
Like,
it make sense.
mm-hmm. I feel like the editing just feels very like intentional when it comes to like they're trying to be shady when I know it's like when they know it's like it's not giving what it should be.
Ruda was Ruda.
Anything else? Because I really don't know what to say
No.
about this.
I didn't get it. I just didn't get it.
Like I can understand why this was safe. I just didn't feel like this was something that I could have like gave.
This is another week where she could have been in the bottom 3 maybe.
No, like I understand why, but at the same time I was just like, all right, whatever.
We could have done what Rue did during the Lady Bunny roast in peace and just have like multiple people in the bottom.
Literally everybody be in the bottom.
Like if you're not in the top, you're in the bottom.
Bottom.
It's more people who are lipstick worthy because some of y'all were lipstick worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into like the I think it'll be the next person after this, but like I feel like some of the judging choices were
if we don't have anything else to say, scores
20.
5. I don't know. I didn't get it. Like what? Like okay. Here's the thing. I did not know who the hell Paul Lind was before Ben played Paul Lind on Snatch Game. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That did not stop me from laughing because Ben made the character funny regardless. There's nothing here that if you don't know who the character is that you're going to laugh at. And I think that's the big issue. So for me, it's a 5 because you had the opportunity and you flopped.
Okay, to AJ's point, it's like I did not know who the fuck Soa the Muse was playing. I did not know who most of these people in France were playing. But Soa made me laugh still. Yeah. I still got laughs from Soa. When it came to Paul Lind, it's like Paul Lind, I did not know who that was. I did not know he was on Hollywood Squares. Ben made Paul Lind funny. Because Paul Lind is funny. He has a personality for game shows, especially when it comes to the Snatch Game. Like, it's great that we got some people. It's great that we've had people play, that we've had queens play, people who've been on other game shows before, like Dayla with Paul Lind, Nina West with Joanne Worley. But with Rita Baga as Tinka Hassenheffer in the year 2060, my cup is empty.
I was taught if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything else. I'm pleading.
Okay. All right.
Next caller.
Next up. Oh God, help us all.
Stephanie Prince as Lovely Mimi as Cardi B.
Not Lovely Mimi.
Not Lovely Mimi. I don't know what to say about this because
I do. I didn't hate it because at least there were it was kind of like the Jaden Dior Fierce thing. The first joke was funny. And then it went really downhill after that. And it is better than 3 other people did in the Snatch Game. Let's be blunt. At least there was a funny joke.
The curse is still with us, sadly.
Don't say that.
Cardi B at this point. This happened like what, 3 times now?
Mm-hmm. Child, after sadly having to witness Kimberly Ann Couture as my. I was so disappointed as her. After seeing Kimberly Ann Couture as Ariana Grande, I was super disappointed. But then seeing Stephanie Prince as Cardi B, mega disappointed. She got the chain. She got the chain link wig, the WAP outfit, the nails. She got the the nails down. But there's so much more than just. And she even got the. You want to know something? She got some of those mannerisms down, but there could have just been more. You could have just some
Cardi B has been impersonated on Snatch Game 4 times now. If you count international seasons.
Yeah. Because I know Ivy Elise Monroe.
Yes.
She did the whole what was the reason thing.
Yeah.
Jada did a tame.
And she was safe.
Well, mind you, Jada's Cardi wasn't shown as much.
Yeah.
Sadly.
in season 12.
Jada was
sadly.
safe though. Jada was
Yeah,
safe.
she was safe, so I was okay with that.
And
And then we have
sexy.
Stephanie Prince, and then we have Drag Race Thailand. We have
I forgot someone.
Vanda Miss Joaquim. I hope I'm not butchering that.
Not Vanda doing Cardi.
Yeah, and safe. So it's just really interesting to me and that all of this happens because Cardi is kind of like Cardi is now tied for the most impersonations on Snatch Game with Eartha Kitt.
Cardi is literally Cardi is like a huge personality. Like Cardi went from like being big on social media to love and hip hop to literally out here winning Grammys and whatnot. Like Cardi B is still a personality, great personality, a big personality and whatnot. So to have these queens not so to have some of these queens either be super tame or go too over the top to the point where it's like, okay, you're doing too damn much, or to trying your best like Stephanie did and just not doing well, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I will at least say that
Yeah.
at least she had a funny moment, which is more than half of this cast can say, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scores.
Hmm.
Mm.
I don't know what to give this, so I'm pleading. I'm pleading the poor fifth for this.
I'll give it a 15 because it was bad, but at least it had a funny joke.
Cardi, I love you. Well, not as much as like, I'm a Bacardi or what not as much as I'm a like Barty gang or whatever. You're my Bronx sister no matter what. Oh, I'm pleading the Pomar fifth. I'm pleading the partisan Fontaine fifth.
I'll give her a 40, 35.
35. That's generous, but hey, that's fair. That's fair. All right, last up.
Oh, I love this.
Y'all.
It was fun.
Vanity
dance hall
Milan
queen
as
herself.
Spice.
Mm-hmm.
Table is turned, the table is turned. What
comes around goes back. Okay.
Table is turned. I was excited. So in the workroom when they were doing walkthroughs with Brooklyn, Vanity said she had two choices between Spice and Megan Thee Stallion. And Brooklyn was like, you could channel like your inner Jamaicanness, go with someone who is more your background. And then so I'm glad she went with Spice because just like Cardi, she's a big personality as well.
Mm-hmm.
Spice is currently on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like she's Grammy nominated as well. I still think she was robbed. Other than that, I'm happy that we got to have Spice on Snatch Game. That we was able to have Vanity or someone do Spice for Snatch Game because, like I said, she's a big personality. Like the whole Poom Poom Kylie Jenner song, that's amazing. Table Turn is a great song. I saw a bunch of people making jokes about Vanity as Spice. Some people said that Vanity. Some people were like, when I heard Vanity was playing Spice, they thought they meant Spice, the TikTok drag queen, or one of the Spice Girls, or Ice Spice.
Being fully transparent, I did not know who Spice was before this Snatch Game.
That's totally fine.
I didn't really know who Spice was. Like I'm knowing but like I know a lot more about her. Like I know who like her name, but there was stuff I knew about her that I just didn't know was like.
Yeah, I'm on Esme with this because like for me, like I always watch so many constant clips of Love and Hip Hop every time they have the commercials, like and I would like know someone like the personalities, but I didn't know much about Spice, so like I knew the name, I just didn't know what there was. So
I mean, Spice. I mean, the Drag Race fans would kind of know who Spice is a bit because when it comes to because whenever you're watching Drag Race on VH1, they would have the commercials, the Love and Hip Hop, and one of her storylines from this recent season was that you might have heard, I want to be nominated for the Grammys, and then it's like Spice reacts to her getting nominated for a Grammy. I knew of the memes, of course, because I overuse Table Turns a lot. Table Turn, like that's a fun one. There's like plenty of a couple memes that she has on TikTok and Instagram or whatever. So I'm glad my mom knows more, probably a bit more about Spice because she watches Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But I was excited to see her do Spice, and maybe some of the people on Twitter were right. I would love to see somebody do Ice Spice at some point.
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
Like the thing is, like, again, not there's no much ish, but I was aware of who Spice is. Like, she gave a good Spice. I can tell you that right now.
Look at it.
And
Go
we're
on.
not at scores yet. And it's just funny to me how she almost went to choose Megan Thee Stallion, and then of course Stephanie Prince was Cardi B. They could have done like a WAP volley of sorts.
Mhm.
They could have. Had it been Megan, it definitely could have been a WAP volley. I would have loved to see probably Vanity go into like Megan and legendary mode. You know, like being like, you know, you my bitch or whatever. I'm gonna give you a 10 because I
Mhm.
like you. I got my little bitch queen crush. Megan has a great personality as well.
Mhm.
I enjoy some of her vlogs that she'd be posting on TikTok and stuff. But I'm also glad she went with Spice.
No, I agree.
I enjoyed it, even if I had no idea who she was like.
Any last thoughts before we go to scores?
Black
No.
China,
The
but
Snatch
I-
game was the
boom.
definition of mid. It was just so bad.
Okay, this was a 90 for me.
This was an 85 for me, I guess. Snatch game was bad this time around.
I would say it's full, but since we only saw like a little bit of her, but I still enjoy that she brought in Spice, I'm gonna give it a 90.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna 90. Damn.
And can we also discuss this answer that she gave? Who's cocky? Who you riding?
You be riding, Daisy
Like
riding.
this one killed me, which is like one of the reasons why I love this one so much. Okay, all right.
I do have a quick question, and this is like a discussion that's been had multiple times. Who would have y'all have done for Snatch Game?
Okay, so I've brought this up many times. I would have done Bianca Del Rio as Judge Judy
Mhm.
because like that is like my only like one of the biggest things that I knew about like Snatch Game like when I first brought it up, and of course I would impersonate that like countless times to other people, and
Can
people
you
are
do
just
baloney
like
for us real quick?
baloney.
It's good.
No, because like
have-
I will like before. Sorry, I cannot
good.
speak
Sorry.
today. I was
Okay.
gonna say because like I would like quote like the very first thing like did you come to court today looking dressed like that? You look like a damn roll of Scotch tape. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
It's raining.
Like I would quote that unironically, and of course people will not get it because they do not watch Drag Race, and I'm just like okay, fair, but at the same time like you can't tell me that's not funny.
I have zero idea who I would impersonate for Snatch Game, mainly because I don't really impersonate people very often. And also if I like talk and I try to do an impersonation, I always have to do like a lower voice.
Mhm.
So
You
I
could
would
be
have to
Celestial
do-
LaRue.
who?
Oh,
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
You could have been Celestial LaRue with the deep voice.
Oh, pass. But no. Freaking like the thing is, I don't want to be somebody co-opting another culture, but a lot of the people I know that have deeper voices are people of other races, and I'm not interested in doing that because that's like highly inappropriate. So, like maybe Patrick Page, I don't know, like somebody like that. I would have to do a male character, I think, because like when I talk with my deep voice, like it kind of works, but I don't know.
So I've said this before. I think recently they're just something that could be really easy to parody, which is Christian Walker, like that terrible TikTok person.
No.
Bring back her men. Bring back her men.
Thank God Fierce Selections didn't do Christian Walker.
Oh, thank God.
I am sad we didn't get to see her Ariana Grande because Fierce is an Ariana stand down,
But
and has literally met her.
But I don't think RuPaul would know who Christian Walker is.
Oh, RuPaul knows who Christian Walker is.
Yeah, sadly.
Sadly,
Do they?
Yeah.
especially considering Bob interviewed him.
Who else could I feel like
Bless you.
Bless you.
maybe I'll do Ice Spice. I could do Ice Spice. You know.
Well,
I mean,
Okay.
Ice Spice has a lot of like tweets I could pull from that could be fun to like quote.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling it. I was feeling it. Yeah.
Okay.
Who would you do now? William Justice.
I'm excited to finally do this because I've been anticipating wanting to speak about this. Okay, I've had like people suggest to me that I should do like a male character, like John Goodman, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do as John Goodman of the Connors and Flintstones fame? How am I able to make John Goodman funny to Rue or to any host for that matter? But I don't know. Sometimes people say I sound a little bit like Miss Fissalicious at times. You know, that was sabotage. No, there was even a point where Lana Del Rey confused me and Fissalicious because of her voices.
Will, who would you do though?
Well, I wanted to do Ariana Grande, but let's be real, it's probably a curse at this point. Because if I was to do Ariana Grande, I would do her down. I would definitely try to like joke a bit, try to like bring in some Stan Twitter moments, and try to like emulate that. Obviously, we'll also get the hair down right. But after seeing Kimmy and Tatiana, I don't think Ariana Grande would be a great choice because I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make them laugh as her. But who could I think I could do? I feel like there's probably a few funny comedians I could probably do. I would like to do Cardi or Nicki. I would definitely like to do someone who's like a big personality. Like, I don't know. I would definitely. This is like a difficult question I've always like thought of. So probably I would also probably want to impersonate another queen as well. I would probably want to do Eureka. I would probably want to do someone who's like probably either big or somebody who's like a very like funny.
You know who else I'm thinking of that could be fun to do?
What?
It would get me sent home, but it would be a moment. You know, Angela Julius, aka the Candle Queen from Appleton.
Okay.
And you know that.
Manager
girl.
Jen.
I don't really.
In Appleton.
Appleton.
Actually,
I would love to do that. I might do that, Esme. I might steal that from you.
I would probably do.
This happened at Appleton, Wisconsin.
Who's like a
oh my god.
I would
Because
probably.
the Packers are playing this weekend, so everybody's at home.
I would probably do someone Latina probably and make them a big personality. Maybe Shakira. Maybe.
Wait, do you say Athena?
Shakira.
Oh, Shakira.
Maybe somebody Latina. Maybe somebody
Oh,
Latina.
someone Latina. I heard Athena first, not Latina.
Like the pro wrestler Athena? Yes, please. Someone do her. She's an icon.
When I do Tyra Sanchez.
Come on, King Tyra.
Not this.
I would probably just show up and be like, yo.
All right. Anyways,
And
After
Abby Lee Miller,
the
you just have a wheelchair and you don't sit in the chair. You just
I could do Abby Lee Miller.
you leave Snatch Game early to go get some Baskin
I'm
Robbins.
surprised we haven't had Abby Lee Miller
Yeah.
yet as
We need
a Snatch
Abby-
character.
I would
That's
definitely
kinda
do- I
crazy
would
to
do
me.
Abby
You leave Snatch Game early to go get some
Baskin Robbins.
sloppy.
I'm
Bad.
filing a police report.
boring, yawning.
I need to fire a police report. Abby
Like
Lee
the
Miller
fact,
probably
the fact
love
that
her.
we got Honey Boo Boo before we got Abby Lee Miller.
The fact that we
And
got
JoJo Siwa.
the fact that we got Lemon as JoJo Siwa before Abby Lee Miller.
All right. Before we get any more sidetracked, because this has been going on for over an hour, we get back into the workroom, and very different from seeing they putting their makeup on. Brooke comes in drag.
In daytime drag, and here's another top priority we have to discuss.
And I was okay, I was just like, all right, we're
Mm.
like we saw this in the preview before
They were airing
before
I
this
Rita Baga
episode.
felt right at
No,
home.
before the season. This wasn't like the
Yeah,
big
before the
teaser
season. Yeah, we got a preview
Yeah.
of this before the season. Justin Trudeau comes in.
I know Rita feels at home with another one.
Okay, let's be serious about this.
Pause before we go there. Just for those of you who are not politically interested or are on Twitter at any point in your lives, Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. And if you are really unpolitically inclined, the Prime Minister is the person who's in charge. He's like the president, basically, of Canada. Only their parliament system works way better than ours does.
Yeah, and as of that episode, the very first world leader of any Drag Race franchise to be on the show. So,
excuse you, no. Stacey Lee Matthews.
I mean, that's still facts, but
no, that is facts.
Wait, you're forgetting about icon Nicole Page Brooks. What are you talking about?
Oh, that.
Have we heard about Serena, president of the Cha Cha?
Not Serena Choo Choo Train.
You want to see my cuckoo?
Of course,
Okay,
of course, the
serious.
queens. Yeah. Of course, the queens are talking to Justin, and of course, it's just like, we have to bring this up because this is a little bit off-putting, and it's very telling of sorts. Justin proclaims that Canada is one of the most diverse countries in the world, when literally and
the amount of missing and murdered Indigenous women across Canada, and then of course it's been colonization, and then of course Quebec is they have their issues with racism.
Like, and then most diverse and most inclusive. Either way, they're not right.
And then of course this is the same prime minister that also did blackface a couple years back.
Yeah.
So this is even worse.
It's not a good look. It's really not, especially when you have.
No, I did love that Silky really did not care at all to even fake a smile.
It's giving Cameron Michaels when Lena Dunham walked in.
Well, also the part of Silky's brand is that outside of drag, she's like very much like college educated. Like she has a master's, going for her doctorate. Like, so if it's kind of like almost like Sasha Velour to me. Like whenever somebody who like. She's established her ethos very well in that like intellectual space outside of drag. Both of them have, and you knew the second that she saw him walk into that room, she was just like,
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, it felt really gross just sitting there watching it, because you knew those girls are just gonna try to do their best to deal with it, and some of them probably don't know about that stuff. Like I feel like if you're like Anita or Vanity and Victoria, and you're from across the world, you might not have heard about some of the stuff that's been going on in Canada.
I definitely have another issue. With Brooklyn and her reading the room, because it's like, really, you brought in Justin Trudeau. You brought in Justin Trudeau when he clearly sometimes doesn't really give a fuck about Indigenous folks, knowing how hard it is for Indigenous folks to even live or even claim their identity because of so much colonization, so many murdered and missing Indigenous women around Canada, not even just around Canada, but around the world. Talking about, we're very diverse. Sometimes we need to read the room because that was not.
It didn't read right. It wasn't.
Now let's get unserious. Why was Stephanie calling Justin Trudeau daddy? It was giving very much Icesis calling Connor Jessup, the one twink who called Eve's wig flat daddy.
It was that, and there was also just like, I don't even want to talk about it that much. It was gross. was hard to watch. And this is me coming from a place as like a white person who should not be the person speaking on these issues, but for me, it was hard to watch. I can't imagine how it felt for other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just,
On
like,
another note,
I kind of skipped through it because I did not really want to see him. So like,
yeah. So they have this segment, and then instead of like doing workroom discussion before getting into the runway, of course the other runway, the other workroom highlight for that, there's a spider on the mirror. And of course, my immediate thought was just like a spider, like how Cornbread said, a dragonfly.
That was Carrie who said it.
is anybody gonna eat this spider?
All I could think of was season 10, Mo Hard being like, a spider. Where was Cameron Michaels?
Probably sending Eureka home on All Star 6.
Cameron, you're a big strong man for that. Yes.
But
anyways, all right.
Yeah.
Category is Celestial Beings.
First things first, let's also talk about the judges real quick because we have a winner on the panel in Miss Priyanka.
Yes, Priyanka. And then of
Come on,
course
Priyanka.
Brooklyn makes the joke. Of course, we're having you judge when you bombed it. Like I did. I was just like,
yeah, okay. Normally I'm really happy Priyanka's on the panel whenever, but you couldn't have picked a better week for Priyanka to show up. Like
exactly.
Week for Priyanka to show up.
Priyanka could have hosted a Snatch Game. She could have hosted. Yes, she bombed, but she's good at talking with celebrities.
You couldn't have had Priyanka on last episode during the Girl Group Challenge.
You couldn't have had Monet Exchange, who's going to be a guest judge later this season, on to do Snatch Game because she's had 2 really good Snatch Game performances.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking roll in the ass.
3 forgot about that.
Anyways, and then we have
and we have future permanent judge Serene Fox because this feels like a green light for her to be a permanent judge.
Honestly, like she has a personality, though. I did not like Serene Fox during the Snatch Summit, but as a judge,
I didn't like any of them during the Snatch Summit.
You can't like them when none of them did anything.
Fair. Yeah.
I was wrong.
Anyways, category is Celestial Beings.
This runway is so good, by the way.
Yeah. Logan had this for us.
Can you just enhance and zoom on Priyanka? Because
I don't think I can.
Priyanka looks cooned.
But also, can we just discuss how Priyanka's just serving like this and just?
I hate that white poof on top of Brooklyn's head.
I love Priyanka. I love when Priyanka is. I love that Priyanka gave Boyanka for this episode because she's still embracing her culture.
Well, you know the reason why.
I know the reason why, but I don't mind. I don't mind.
Was there a reason why? What happened?
Yeah, so on Canada's Drag Race, whenever there's a guest judge that is a past contestant, they have to be in. They can't be in drag.
That's lame.
But I don't mind. But I don't mind having Boyanka.
And mostly for Canada, mostly. But
okay.
And
honestly,
I don't mind Boyanka.
Yeah, I don't mind Boyanka either. But like honestly, like it just shows like they can just because I know Jimbo, Vanjie, who else has been a guest judge?
And then Monet.
And now Monet, like coming up. So like I mean I can see why like Canada does that. Like of course like they must give.
I kind of didn't understand it because like in España and Holland they've had past contestants judge. And UK recently.
And they're in drag, but like
and Theresa May has just guest judged on España.
I just brought up España. That's a whole collective. You had Envy, Alexa Mateo E, Choriza, all guest judge, and they were in drag. So yay.
But hey, well, we digress.
But I don't mind Boyanka. She's embracing her culture. I'm here for that.
Yes. All right, let's digress and then y'all.
First we have Mother.
Well, Mother.
Can we discuss how Icesis
Grandmother bitch.
had an audible during this runway, and then I forgot who said it. It was just like, just reminds me of having a third eye, and then Icesis says, "That's gross." Like I cackled
Mhm.
when she said that because I was just like, "You're not supposed to speak, are you?" I was just like, and the fact that Icesis says, "That's gross," I was just like, I just died.
I really
But-
like this look, but I also feel like it's probably on the lower end of this runway in terms of quality because everybody kind of ate this runway up.
Now, okay, I'll say this: like, I don't see much Celestial in here. Now, if I'll be honest.
True.
The most celestial thing is the prop.
Yeah, that part.
Mhm.
Like, love the jewelry, love the
Love the
love
shape
that.
of it. Love the silhouette of this.
Mhm. But this doesn't give me Celestial, so I'm just like.
Yeah.
But this is a fierce outfit. Love the makeup. Love
You
the
look
hair.
fierce, mama.
I love
Fierce.
it. You know who I feel bad for right now?
Who?
Dawn Stone, because this was the runway. Because this is a runway she's always wanted, and she's not here to see it.
Oh, I know. And usually Dawn hosts this, so
I feel
Well,
bad.
yeah. So for context, usually Dawn hosts, pass it to Logan, and then Logan had to deal with something, so I kind of had to take the reins in a way. But
Mhm.
even though all of us kind of took the reins in a way,
Mhm.
I mean, which is like honestly, I love that we all kind of share this. So,
Mhm.
but hey,
I think
but anyways,
Icesis looks
anyways,
fine.
Mhm.
It's not. I think the most celestial is her face and the prop. Like it's her makeup and the prop. I wish that
yeah, I agree.
it would get a little bit better. Or I love it. It's not a bad look at all. The silhouette is. I love the silhouette a lot. Yeah. Are we ready for scores? Ready
Yeah, okay, so for scores, I'm gonna base this off of like overall outfit, like this is full, but if we're going with the theme, this only gives me like a 70.
I'll give it to 75.
So if we're going average, it'll be 85. So, well,
Sorry. I definitely love this look. It's gonna be a 90 for me.
okay.
I didn't understand the theme at first. I was like, what? Why the fuck are you? Because like in crystallizations or whatever.
I'm gonna give this a solid 78.
Okay.
A
Again,
sensible
like mind you,
74.
Celestial Bodies. I don't think this is Celestial to me, so that's why I gave the score that I did. Victoria Scone. Now this is Celestial.
Mhm.
Like reference the Saturn's ring for the headpiece. Also, like this waist piece and also the entire outfit just screams Celestial, and
Yeah.
this was understood here.
Was she the person that had like the ring piece around her waist, and when she spun, it like fanned out, or was that later?
I think so.
Okay, if that was Victoria, because I know somebody had that on. If that was
Mhm.
Victoria, that was amazing and it looks stunning. And if it wasn't Victoria, I'm sorry for forgetting who it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like the outfit either way. I like the garment either way.
I like this a lot. It's not my favorite that was on the runway, but it's not a bad look at all. I think it really fits the theme. She looks gorgeous. You got the scone.
Honey, I'm Scone.
Yes.
I live. I live.
I live.
When you get
are
enough
no-
Botox in your body, you die.
Bitch, she died.
Oh, she died. Oh my god.
Bitch,
Anyway.
she died.
You know who I would do for Snatch Game?
Candy Muse? Oh, I could see that. All right. Score is full.
Full.
My bottom is soggy, oogie. This is full.
90.
Okay. All right. Raja.
Oh my god.
I got like deep sea fish from this.
I did not get Celestial from this, I'll be real.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like part of the hair and like the up like the shoulder part gives some celestial, but this isn't celestial to me.
It's
She's loving a
giving.
pan.
It's giving. It's giving violet. You're turning violet. It's
The-
also. It's also
al-
giving.
It's also giving. I was a hooker whore, and I started to crystallize.
It's also giving. It's also giving Miss Eldebarge during the top 5 runway
Hear the beat of the rhythm of the night.
when she was dressed up as that blue genie.
It's just, I don't get it. I don't
What?
get celestial from this.
I needed Dawn here to explain to me what the celestial mean or something.
Well,
Mhm.
celestial is like outer space, like
Godlike
stars,
creature,
kind of.
like-
Here, let me find let me look up a definition so I can like try to make sense of it. Okay, celestial. Positioned in or relating to the sky or outer space as observed in astronomy.
Butterfly in the skies.
And then
definitely
belonging
understand.
or relating to heaven,
Yes. I don't get that from either direction here.
or just simply supremely good.
Which
I
this
mean,
is none of
again,
the
love
three.
the outfit. I love this navy.
Dry. But I feel
I-
like supremely good isn't what. No, I don't think was what the theme was. It wasn't supremely good entities.
Part of me,
Mhm.
you know what? Part of me was also getting. What part of me was also getting? Ninjor. It was giving Ninjor from Power Rangers a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Not
But
a
hey,
Power
like
Ranger
again,
here.
love the outfit.
seems like
Wasn't giving celestial.
she feels like she feels like she could be a villain in like Aquaman, like an Aquaman villain.
Ooh, okay. Would love that.
I think that the cheek. I don't know. It's something with the cheeks and the ear. Like the con.
I mean, it's not giving this, but
But
Yes, Quavo. Yeah.
Work, Quaxie, you better fucking work.
We love our gay duck here.
yep. I have
I'm a
my
gay-
gay duck here, even though you can't see it.
I'm a gay.
Um,
I'm Quaxley.
all right.
Let's start with Esme.
I love you. This is not my favorite look. You are getting a 57,
It's
and
the,
I
fact,
gotta go pee. So
it's the fact that Roger it's the fact that Roger definitely made this look.
I know that's the.
Could she make a gown for once, maybe?
She can make one in a minute. What are you talking about?
Like I'm gonna get to take at least a minute and then take a couple more minutes to stone it, maybe. I don't mind the look. It's an 80.
I would have given this a 70, but then I was just reminded that she made it herself more than likely. So I'm going to give this look, and I quote here, a sensible 74.
I try to do that laugh. I can't.
We need to talk about the bevy of Eartha kits we've had.
I would sensually walk to the thermostat.
Especially since we couldn't cover it. Especially since we couldn't cover Miss Chakra's Eartha Kit on Secret Celebrity.
Yeah, Shocker's one of the people we're counting for Eartha Kit. There have been 4.
Mm-hmm.
I need another
There-
Eartha Jane at some point. Or another housewife.
But this is giving, yeah. I'll give this also a sensible 74.
who else?
sensible
What was everybody's
74.
rankings? AJ, what was yours?
74.
Will?
And, I said it 80.
Okay,
All
not me being a bully.
Big Scholar.
Slide.
Stephanie.
Danalina.
This is the best runway I have seen in a long time on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, this is the look queen.
Also,
She
the
really
back of it,
is.
which you can't see, amazing when she turned around too.
I know.
That's
It
what
is
puts
so
it over the
good.
edge for me. Like the back of this, too. Like 8, a beautiful look.
Stephanie's a Stunalina.
The look
Now, if we're talking like an actual celestial body, like I can see it with this with Stephanie Prince. So this can, like, this gives it to me, but like not much space, but like still a
Solid.
stunning outfit.
it's giving me like Sun Goddess kind of.
Yeah, Sun Goddess. Yeah, that's
but
what
that's in the sky. I
Yeah,
can
mhm.
see the connection to the theme,
Whenever
and
in the
you know, it may not be
sky.
like one-to-one, like perfect one-to-one connection, but there's at least a connection there.
Oh, and this is a cultural reference too
Of
to
course.
and of course her culture with the Philippines. So
Mhm.
like this makes
Mhm.
sense. So I can get behind that. So
So good, so
Like I
good.
said, I always love a girl who brings their culture to the runway,
Mhm.
especially in a great way, especially when it's like super elevated. I
She
love when she pops up with
does.
some wings.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we don't get wings too often on the runway. I do miss a good ring runway. Shout out to Courtney Act for your wing runway on season 6. That is hard to say.
Mhm.
Shout out to Kidda Main.
Yeah, literally. But whenever queens wear wings on the runway, it usually looks really freaking great, and this is no exception.
Mhm.
Also, I love how you can tell how well constructed the wings are too. Like it's not like stapled together or anything. Like it's very well constructed and
Mhm.
it's stunning.
The wings were stunning Lena on Courtney. The wings were stunning Lena on Jurigi. The wings were stunning Lena on Onyx. The wings were not stunning Lena on Candy Ferocity, sadly, because it was plastic.
Oh.
The wings were stunning Lena on Stephanie the first time she gave us some wings, and the wings are still stunning Lena here.
Stephanie's a stun Alina.
Mhm. All right, Esme, you got anything else?
No, because she ate.
I love cilantro.
Mother.
Cindy, my TV is leaking.
Wrong show, but there you go. Overflowing. It's amazing.
Yeah, my cup's overflowing.
Yeah. Get the boat. No, my it's
Get the
flooding.
boat.
Get the boat. At least you're not me, where when I used to say overflowing, I would just be like, just give me the pitcher and just pour it into the cup and just don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next, Anita Wigl'it.
I low-key love this look, and I feel like I'm gonna be the only one.
No, I like this too.
I love
I
it.
really love it because it's not anything complicated. And
I
I'm
like it.
always
You
the
might-
champion of like good looks don't have to be complicated. This is
Mhm.
like a very simplistic idea, but it works really well and it looks really well together.
The
I
colors are
love the
great.
moon in the head in the wig. So good. I love it.
I'm the fan of the moon. I'm not the biggest fan of like the wig part behind it.
This is
Yeah.
better. This is better than last week.
I
Okay.
wish the gown was a slightly longer so it hit the floor.
Does anyone remember Maddie Morphous's moon piece look
Does
from
anybody
season
remember
14?
Maddie Morphosis? No.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
No, she did a look with like this like moon piece on it.
Mhm.
Like in a similar structure to that, and I cannot remember what Runway was. It might have been for the ball, but
I can check it.
I'm thinking.
God.
I'm thinking of another season 14 queen, Miss Jasmine Kennedy, with her Holy Couture. You know, when
It
she was
might have
at the
been
bottom
somebody
again.
did a look where they had this like big
It-
moon piece on the side of their head, and it looked really great. And this kind of reminds me of it. But I think this is better.
Moon pieces sometimes. This look reminds me of Jasmine Kennedy when she did the reveal during Holy Couture, during the Holy Couture runway. It was her best runway yet, even though, you know, her best Cedar Voss was trash. No shade. Other than that, the wig looks great. She looks right. It looks better than last week. The wig looks right for once, so I'm not gonna come for the wig, Miss Wig.
Okay, it wasn't Metamorphosis. It probably was Jasmine Kennedy.
It was.
There is a Maddie Morphosis look where she has a moon though.
Yeah, it was a star piece. Not Runway's not great.
That was a chop.
Yeah, well, not that bad, but still. I don't know who, but I'm thinking of a very specific Runway, and I cannot find it. But either way, this look is really great. I like it a lot.
Okay, so Jasmine Kennedy, Queen of the Galaxy. Just this one.
That's the one.
Let me just look it up on my phone on my laptop because I can't see very well.
I can I can remove this real quick. So.
Yeah, I think it's that look.
Told you.
But regardless, this look is great.
Yeah.
It looks really great on her.
My cup here is. I'll give this an 85. Like it's still good. Like just like not like compared to others.
My cup is full.
This is a 90. Actually, no, this is 85.
Yeah, this is an 85.
All right, work. Vanity Milan.
Come on, Mad Max Peacock.
Mad Max Peacock. That's a way to put it.
She's cocky. Boom, 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 boom. So cocky.
I want to see your peacock. Your peacock.
Now, I didn't see Celestial in this, so
I'm
gonna be right back real quick.
all right, go ahead.
I didn't either, but good luck. I
like this outfit, but celestial body, like it's a celestial being I can see, but wasn't giving celestial here, in my opinion.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody had like a little glow up piece on their sleeves. I thought it might have been Vanity, but I can't remember who it was. Was it Silky? I think it was Silky.
Yeah.
This runway looks really okay. Like it's nothing crazy. I feel like it's kind of doing a bit too much, honestly. Like in terms of the angular stuff, it's going a lot of places,
giving interesting angular movements.
It's not interesting though. It's just angular movement.
Just angular movements.
Yeah. It just lacks a point of focus for me. I think that's the big issue. I don't really know where to look, and because I don't know where to look, I have to take the whole thing in at once, and that's a lot to take in on like sight. But this color looks so good on her. Like this like emerald green. Like honestly, Vanity could probably look good in anything. So I don't know why I keep bringing that up every week, but she looks so good in this green.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, like I will say again, love the outfit. I just don't know where Celestial is, but you got anything to say?
I like the outfit. The colors are nice. It do remind me of one of Viv's many blonde wig and a blue outfit looks. But this is better and more elevated. This is how I would do it probably, but make it more celestial.
Yeah, it's not. It needed to go further with the celestial theme.
And this is why we need a Dawn Stone.
I know. We needed Dawn Stone for this. Scores wise,
calling up a friend, Dawn.
Let's phone a friend.
Let's phone a friend. All right. Scores wise for me. Again, going with the theme here, I have to give this like a 40 because I can't really like tell where Celestial is.
I'm gonna go lower because my thing is it doesn't fit the category, and also I think it's kind of a meh look on the whole. So because of that, I'm gonna give it a 25. And I love Vanity, but
Same.
This ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
This I'm gonna be generous and give it a 65.
I'm gonna give her a 30.
All right.
Vanity.
Rita Baga.
Okay, I don't like saying this, but the bag actually looks pretty good.
In a look apparently by Thailand's Bunny Bee Fly.
Really?
Apparently.
Awesome.
Like this actually gives Celestial because of like, an actual sun.
When Rita came out, I was like, oh, she actually looks good.
This proves to me why she was safe.
No.
If anybody was saved by the runway this week, it was Stephanie Prince. Let's
yeah, let's be real.
But we'll talk about that though. Again, it's more sun than like celestial in general, like very like solar flare look to me. But it looks good. So there's that. I appreciate that it's not a situation like we had last week of having 90,000 things on and it somehow making a not even remotely cohesive outfit that everyone liked for some reason. But this looks good. It's simple, but also kind of complicated, if that makes any sense. Because it's a simple complication.
Now, Ruda, this still won't save you from being in the bottom from playing yourself. I'm still gonna get on her ass for practically being like, oh, Silky was just being herself. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, you probably had that Guilda look out of your closet, wig and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This look, on the other hand, I like the wig, I guess.
Do we have anything else we really want to say about it?
I like this look. Yeah, I wish the smoking effect worked better.
Not me completely forgetting about the smoking effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not me forgetting about that either.
Yeah, because there was another queen who had it, and she came out after her. Another queen who had it. It worked a lot better for her outfit.
All right. Scores. I'm giving this a 90. Like, that's actually good. So.
And 85 because reasons.
70.
Fair.
86.
Okay.
Club 86.
Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
She ate, left no crumbs, devoured.
Beautiful.
This kind of, I don't know.
This should have made her safe too.
Literally, well, she was safe from this.
Yeah,
But
she was
like,
safe.
she was low, but like, it kind of reminded me of because I'm pretty sure Silky was the person that had the light up on the outfit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
It reminded me of the All Grown Up runway from All Star 7.
Yes.
With like,
And also Mo's look be a lady look.
yeah, that too. Like, oh god, this is so good. I don't even care if it's a bodysuit with like detailing on the arm and stuff. I don't care. It looks good. It looks really good.
No, yeah, she actually looks good here. Like,
Silky was
N-
like,
now-
okay, I redeemed the lip syncs. Now we're gonna redeem the runways, and regardless of placement, y'all are gonna remember me as an icon.
like something about this, because like even with the dragon head, which stunning, but like
Mhm.
though the dragon head doesn't really give Celestial, or does
I
it?
mean, I think the celestial part of the dragon for me is like just the color of the dragon with the
Okay,
scales
yeah.
is like very much like sky, outer space, galaxy. And maybe it doesn't completely read all the way, but the bodysuit more than compensates for that to me.
Mhm. Yeah. Now, like this headpiece, though, like, can we talk about that? Like
Interesting, angular
movements. Anything else?
I love the intricate wigs. I love the headpieces that a bunch of these queens have been doing. It's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, scores. I'll give this a 96.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go higher than that. My cup is overflowing. I love this look.
My cup is full.
My cup is full.
Oh wow. Okay.
Club 96.
Okay. All right. So runway's done. Now we have of course Rita and Vanity safe.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that.
Yeah. Not sure why.
Okay, the part that really aggravated me here was Vanity was clearly the third best in this challenge.
Yeah.
And they did not give her.
And she should have been high. Why was she not high? Like,
Why
why
did
being
we-
safe?
why
I
did we
kinda see
have-
it.
Why did we just have the top 2 and 4 bitches in the bottom? 2
Yeah,
lows and 2
'cause-
people in the bottom.
Mhm.
Vanity should have been high, and they should have made Silky save.
Yeah, Silky or Victoria safe.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
Mhm.
either one of them.
So then we have I cannot think today for some reason. But yeah,
Critiques.
top 2 we got Icesis Couture and Raja O'Hara, which I wholeheartedly agree.
Mothers.
And then
They
we get
both
a bottom.
crushed
Yeah, sorry. And then we get a bottom 2 of Stephanie Prince and Anita Wigl'it.
One of that is completely valid. The other one should have been saved by her runway because Stephanie devoured that runway.
Do the runways not matter anymore?
Honestly, it feels like they don't because Well, they matter when they matter because
I'm sensing Rita favoritism again.
yeah,
Mhm.
because Rita was arguably bottom 3 in this challenge, possibly bottom 2, depending on your perspective.
And she was bottom 2 last week, but we all saw
Yeah.
what happened.
And it's kind of like the same thing where they've just been bumping Rita's placement up both weeks so far, just like one notch, or first week making her top 2 for some reason. Stephanie at least had a joke in the Snatch game, like a funny joke where everyone laughed. Anita didn't have that. Victoria didn't really have that either.
Victoria had a
Rita did-
couple. But,
Yeah, but I mean, Rita didn't have any.
mhm. Yeah, Rita
And
didn't
when
have
you
any.
when you really look at it, Stephanie should have probably not even been low; should have been safe. And this makes me angry because Stephanie was devouring the runways, and maybe she wasn't winning the challenges, but she was doing enough to be safe. Honestly,
Mhm.
now Anita,
Yeah.
Anita should have been in the bottom here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stephanie should
and-
have been in the bottom. Stephanie shouldn't have been in the bottom 2. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we get to the lip sync where Icesis and Raja perform to Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
And
I was
Icesis
so excited
Icesis
about this lip sync.
Icesis walked out already winning for me because of that look.
This
Yeah.
felt underwhelming.
Okay, I was excited for the song because I'm admittedly a pretty big Avril Lavigne fan. If you like talk to me about it, I love Avril.
Same.
And then the lip sync happened, and it was kind of whelming.
It was fine.
It was fine. I didn't like it wasn't like over the top, but like it gave, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Did it
But-
though?
I mean, it gave,
just-
Then
again,
Icesis-
Isis devoured that, and rightfully so, because she was
And
the
then
winner.
Isis gave you very much a UK Old Faithful and did the knee drop right after Roger did her split.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Isis, I don't know if really devoured is the right word. She outperformed Raja here. Absolutely. The song just kind of, I don't know if the song just didn't really mesh with either of the performance styles very well, or if it just didn't vibe well for some reason. I just kind of got let down by the lip sync.
Yeah, I can
feel
see
like
that.
this is- I feel like this is more of a maybe Scarlet Bubble type lip sync song.
I feel like, honestly, Layla McQueen would probably have done like really well to this song.
Honestly.
Yeah, like even honestly, Layla and Dax probably would have devoured this. Like, let's be real. Like, trade that song for "I Will Survive," and I feel like you have 2 better lip syncs. But you know,
honestly, Dax would have killed Skater Boy as well.
At least I Will Survive got the redemption it did on Thailand.
T. But yeah, and then Isis wins, and then unfortunately had to eliminate Stephanie Prince.
Chop, 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 chop.
Canada versus Canada.
I will admit, Isis did a very smart thing here, and I don't think it's been talked about on social media yet. She said, I had to go by track record. So she's trying to set up the girls down the line to be focused on track record, because she knows that if they do that, if she's in the bottom 2 next week, she's not going to go home. If they follow pattern. She's at least trying to make it so, like, if somebody
in the top 2 next episode, I'm not following by track record. Isis.
Yeah, I mean, I would send Isis home too. Like, Isis is a winner. She should not be here.
But if it was, for me, if it was Isis and Rita in the bottom, I'm sending home Rita over Isis.
Same.
Well, I mean, duh. But, like...
Me pulling up both of their lipsticks, I'm sending you both home.
Pulls a Katya.
You just get a little bend of the creme whiteout moment, and you just write over the lipstick.
Oh, I would have had
more whiteout. Well,
I would have had a
Sharpie.
I would have had a
Sharpie.
I would have had a Sharpie because they have the gold lipsticks from the season 2 reunion,
which is stunning.
Me writing down Brooklyn.
Stephanie Estanalina.
No, but the Asian curse continues,
Jimbo.
And I hate this. The Asian curse continues, and I hate this so much.
I hate how people are like, oh my god, it shouldn't be about race when it comes to Snatch Game. No, it's already bad enough that we're rarely getting a bunch of Asian people getting casted. Like, we only have 1 or 2 at least.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just really depressing because I love Stephanie. Like these two
No, me
episodes,
too.
like I don't remember who said it last week, but somebody said that it's clear that the producers just don't care about Stephanie this season, and they're right.
Cheryl.
Yeah, like also we're 2 weeks in, and we've already lost 2 of the 4 Canada girls. So Canada needs to step their cookies up. Like
Rita, you're next.
please.
Rita.
Get the chop.
Now, this would be the part
boot.
that
Get the boot.
yeah, this would be the part I would provide a draft update, but I don't know the scoring system for that, so we
We
can't.
could do it next episode.
We'll do it next episode. What do we do? What's happening next week?
We're having.
It's a ball challenge.
It's the ball.
It's
So
the
we're-
ball.
So congratulations to Icesis and Raja. You're the top 2 again. Because we have ball winners here. We have 2 ball winners.
Mhm.
Who's in the bottom for the ball? Who do we think?
Probably Rita, probably
No.
Vanity,
No.
probably Silky,
Maybe. That one I can see.
probably
I-
Anita.
Honestly, they're not
Anita.
going to put Rita in the bottom.
Absolutely, Anita will be in the bottom.
Because Anita, Silky, Rita, and Vanity were in the bottom for their balls or design challenges, to be specific.
I think Victoria is going to do really well, though.
Victoria might do well.
I
Victoria might
hope
do
she
well.
can sew. We don't know if she can sew. I hope she can sew.
Victoria,
But-
I hope Victoria, Isis, and Raj will be the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, can we just talk about how Raja O'Hara has been high or top 2 both weeks so far?
Nice.
Kind of like
Mothered.
mothered.
Mother.
I can't wait for her to get her crown at the end of the season. It's going to be so satisfying.
I'm
Honestly.
glad Raja is on the season because Raja was robbed of being on a season with a top 2 format.
I mean, let's also talk about the fact that Raja was, if you go by track record, the best competitor on All Star 6.
Double counting. Should have been a double count.
Should have been a double counting. And also, like, people are like, oh, her and Eureka had the same track record. Yo,
They would've-
Eureka got eliminated. Eureka
They
got
filmed-
eliminated.
They filmed multiple double crownings and Eureka was none of them.
Yeah, because Eureka got eliminated.
Next
Like-
week, the ball.
Like, I love Eureka as a performer, like, and not necessarily as a person, but as a performer, Eureka is a very talented performer. Let's talk
Mhm.
facts. But, you know, Raja had the best track record on the season because she never went home. And-
Exactly.
I'm not in any way discounting Kylie's win. Kylie is a totally valid winner, but it is so nice to see Raja get a bit of a victory lap kind of flowers here
Yes.
because she deserves it.
Yes, and I can't wait for next week. Let us know what you thought about today's episode. And
One quick thing. Apparently, Suki made Isis' outfit.
Sigidol?
wait.
Yes.
Oh.
Outfit Suki doll, hair, drag daddy wigs, edit Rita to Ryan.
Nice.
Concept is Queen
Nice.
Isis.
Love that.
Mhm.
That's a good note to add on. Anyways, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers with my cup
Cheers.
that is still here, totally still present.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Bye. You're still here?
Grandmother bitch. I'm going home.
Oh, grandmother bitch.